Yo, what's going on with y'all? It's your boy Combo with Marlo. Today I got the homies here with me today. Who do I have the pleasure being here with?
Murdock
and Altas.
Big Murdock and Altas.
Yes,
First and foremost, how y'all feeling? What's going on? What's the vibe?
Positive, man. I'm chilling. Chilling, man. Big chilling.
Yeah. Now, another thing I gotta say, the picture that I'm going to be posting won't match the outfit that they're wearing. Why?
Bullshit
technology, man. When technology doesn't want to work in your favor, holy fuck. Long story short, file got corrupted while uploading it from the camera to the computer. Yeah. I was in disbelief. I restarted the computer. I see it was still corrupted. Oh my god, I started tearing up. I restarted the computer one more time. Hopefully something good would happen. And the video came back. The audio, oh man, it was a fucking mess. The audio was overlapping one and this and that. So now I'm like, fuck, you know what?
Let me take a look at it after.
Yeah, if anything, what's it called? Because it takes forever to put it back on. I'll make a Google Drive with you. Yeah. I'll just send it over.
Yeah, we'll do that because I bet you I can save it. I bet you I can.
If you can, bro, you are a lifesaver.
Bro, then this is the part 2, kind of. We'll call this part 1.5.
Last time, I don't run into shit like this often. Last time I ran into this was an artist from Vancouver when I was in the city. Holy fuck. I didn't notice it was corrupted till I got back to Edmonton. Yeah. I'm at the airport. I'm literally at the airport. As soon as I landed, something told me, check the video. So I'm like, bro, no, I checked the video. I put the Google, or what do you call it, the SIM card in. I see the video. I'm like, why is there a question mark under it? I'm like, no. I click it, the video wouldn't even open up.
That's tough.
So I'm like, and I message him, I'm like, yo, can we do a redo? He didn't open it. And to be honest, I don't blame him. I wouldn't have opened that shit either.
That sucks.
You gotta book a whole nother day to go to Vancouver. I don't even like Vancouver like that.
Oh, I do.
That city's you fuck with Vancouver? Vancouver, there's too much going on for me.
I think when you get some money and like everything's all good, that's a good city to be in. Yeah. If you're living below a certain threshold, though, that's just the worst place to live in Canada.
And Toronto too, it's fucking wild.
Toronto's rent is like 30% lower than Vancouver's. Vancouver's on some bullshit.
Yeah, Vancouver is mad.
Vancouver's on bullshit.
Last time I was there, I had a Volkswagen Jetta sedan that I was renting. It was at half a tank. I don't remember what the fuck gas was, but 60. From half a tank to full, it was like $65 to $70 to fill it up. I'm like, what the fuck? So, that's from half to full. Yeah. What is full or what is empty to full? Wild. Oh, that's right. At that very moment, I said, yeah, I'm never coming back here.
My homeboy lives on Vancouver Island. He drives a big ass truck because he works in fishing. Shout out Priestnell. And he pays like, I think, what did he say it was? It was like $200 to fill, and I was like,
$200 to fill?
Yeah.
What, his truck?
Yes.
Shit.
Bro.
I was like, that's criminal.
I don't even pay that much if I see the truck taken off. The truck has to like be able to fly over the water and shit.
Bro,
to pay that
I don't pay that much for gas in a month. I don't.
Yeah. No, but our gas price is getting crazy because 60 used to fill up my sedan. Yeah. Now it's like 85.
Yeah.
90.
My shit's 40.
What do you drive?
2018 miles to 3.
Bro, are you sure it's not a unicycle? How's it
It's chilling. It's chilling, bro. That car is a miracle.
Shit.
That car has been through shit. That car has been around. Like, I got the car when I was like 17. And I've been chilling ever since.
Okay, now, fuck, I hate part 2s, bro. Like, oh my God. But I'm happiest with good people and people I can vibe with.
At least it's people you fuck with.
Y'all bring good vibes for sure.
Yes, sir.
So, who are you two? What do you do? Why y'all here? Talk to me.
You want me to start? All right, cool. So I'm Altas. I am a vocalist. I'm a beat maker. I'm a performer. Started off as a visual artist, you know. I'm pretty much a left brain hat trick, if you want to call that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Murdock. I'm a producer, a DJ, an engineer, a songwriter.
I forgot songwriter.
Yeah, we write songs.
We both write songs. Yeah.
What else do I do? A sound designer. I've been working in music for like 10 years now. Since I was like 14, 15, I started doing like producing rock music in high school, and then I moved on to do hip hop stuff, and that's where I've been at ever since. Yeah. And I love it.
Sheesh. Okay, now the typical question y'all get: how'd y'all meet?
Oh, bro, like. we was both at a party we didn't want to go to. Basically, what happened was...
My bad. Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
I hate doing this because I gotta act like I didn't know this shit. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to act like shit, bro. We've hung out with him a couple times now. He's our boy. Like,
bro,
first time we met.
Bro, I'm telling you.
All right, so I can talk right over here?
All right.
All right.
When this shit gets corrupted, man.
I know, it's tough.
He's hurt.
He's hurt right now.
He's hurt.
I'll tell the story.
I'll follow up if I have.
All right, bet. So we were at a party, right? It was my girlfriend's friend at the time. She's my ex-girlfriend, and
my friend,
and
my childhood friend.
They shared a friend, right? So she says, "Yeah, we're gonna go to Alberta Beach. We're gonna meet up with a bunch of people over there. There's somebody over there who also makes music, so there'll be someone there for you.
And there's a DJ.
Yeah, so you hear that shit naturally, and you're like,
yeah, there.
all right. Well, not really, bro, because you like if you're into music,
it's bunk out here, bro.
You hear somebody say, "Oh yeah, there's somebody there who does music." You're gonna be like, "The shit's gonna be whack."
It's
like,
always gonna be whack.
Yeah. And chances are it's always gonna be whack. Don't
listen to anybody.
This is gonna happen for everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we go over there. I'm reluctantly being dragged over there. And then we get there.
Hour and a half drive.
Yeah, hour and a half drive. Facts.
Where was it again?
Alberta Beach.
Damn.
Yeah.
Facts. I lived like far. I lived on like east side Edmonton at the time.
Yes.
Sherwood?
Yeah, like on that area.
Yeah, no, it was a trip, bro. But finally got there. And it was a cool little vibe. I guess she had like a little
she had a beach house
over there. So it was cool. She had a bunch of her friends there. They got drunk. White girls getting wasted.
It was fun.
You know what I'm saying? But then I get introduced with him, and then we get to talking about what we do and so on and so forth.
From the same part of Africa and shit.
Yeah, and then we learn more about each other. Yeah, we're both Southern Africans. So I mean, with him being from South Africa, and me have my roots in Zimbabwe. So that was a cool little thing right there. Then just learn about his history in the music shit. He's been doing it a little bit longer than I have. So it was kind of cool to kind of see to see what he was making and what he's into. I mean, he worked with a bunch of people that I really fucked with as a kid too. So that was crazy. Long story short, my girlfriend get jealous of him. Me and my girlfriend don't end up working out, and then we stay
It's just
friends.
me now. It was just me for like 2 years.
So when was the last time you seen this girl?
Oh my god.
Oh, bro, like it's been years.
2022.
Yeah.
So we met September 2021.
Yeah.
September, October 2021. From my side of shit.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to go to this party.
Yeah.
I had no reason to go. I had no girlfriend or anything like that. But my friend, she was a childhood friend that I'd known since grade 1. And she's like, "Oh, you should come out." My friend has a boyfriend who makes music. I was like, "Oh God." Okay. Because at that point, I wasn't making as much music anymore. I was kind of done. I was in university. I was doing my degree and shit. And I went, did the hour and a half drive because something in my brain told me to fucking go.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. And I call that shit every time divine intervention, fam. Because I don't know. I was like, yeah, I'm going to go. And I told my mom, too, before I left. I was like, I'm going to go because I think there's some shit to this. And she's like, oh, go. So I drove and I came back home and we had our first session. And 2 days later, horrible song was made.
Oh, yeah.
We did not have immediate chemistry.
Isn't it crazy how that shit just works? Like, when you really don't want to go somewhere, that's when you end up either having the best time or you just meet up with someone that, it's a forever thing.
Type shit.
The party was just okay.
Yeah.
We talked. His girlfriend got mad at him at the party for talking to me.
Crazy.
It was wild.
So you couldn't talk to guys. Women,
couldn't talk to guys. Couldn't talk to girls.
Was there something going on prior? Like, was she mad about something?
That was your first fight.
Was that? No, it wasn't.
Oh no!
Trust me, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Nah, we fought damn near all through that relationship. But was it something? No, it was. I would say it was pretty random. It was.
She didn't like that he had friends. She didn't like that shit.
Because I guess before I went there, I wasn't really fucking with anybody. I was kind of just doing my own thing, just like, I'm in like my first year of uni or whatever. I got class. So I don't care about what's going on. I didn't even go out very much that time too. So I was kind of to myself type shit. So it's like I finally made a friend, which she introduced me to, and then she's mad about it or some shit.
Damn.
But anyway, it's a whole thing. It's different.
They get mad over the weirdest shit.
Yeah.
I just kept laughing at her. It didn't help. No, because Callie texted me the next day. She's like, "You didn't have to keep laughing at her." I was like, "It was funny."
That could have been what it was. Maybe she saw you laughing a whole bunch. She was like, "Nah."
That probably didn't help.
Yeah.
That's what I do. It's an instigation thing.
Yeah, but no, that was that, and I mean, with that relationship, I kind of just put that in the box and was like, okay, that was a time period right there.
Push it away.
Asante sana.
Yeah. But
You feel me?
we made a lot of music after that.
After
We're like
that,
100 songs deep, 150 songs deep.
So after that link up, you know what I'm saying? You said you two linked up, what, 48 hours later?
Yeah, we hooked up.
3 days
Yeah, he came over.
So what was the vibes like after?
So after that,
was it an instant click?
no,
Not at all. Yeah.
no. Honestly, next time what I'll do, maybe we could find a way to hook up my laptop and we could play some of the shit as we're going through. That'd be cool.
The very first stuff?
Yeah, I can play all of that
we
shit.
Could do that.
We could do that.
Right here.
Yeah, we'll do that next time. I could almost, like, if you pause, I can hook my laptop. I have it here if you want to do that.
Could you?
Yeah.
Or
If you
should we
wanna
do
go
that?
for
I
it.
feel like, because the way, so not to throw too much out there, with the 24, or in the day in the life of,
Yeah.
I was going to get you to sing
let's
some
do
of the
that.
songs and throw
Okay,
it on.
so we'll do
Yeah,
that.
we
do
can
that.
cut this part, but like, yeah, let's do that.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So for us, like, he came over to my parents' house because I was living with my parents at the time, and I had a bedroom set up at that time. It's all a lot of the same stuff I use now. I've always had decent enough equipment, but I made a beat, and whenever I make a beat for an artist the first time, I make it like a performance because you kind of have to sell yourself. As a producer, to make sure that the person knows you're dope.
I always hear that.
You have to sell yourself as a producer because you have to show not only the skill set you have, but the kind of vibe you're on too. Because you can just send beats through email, but you're never gonna get that same effect as watching the shit be made. Most of my clients and anything I've ever done, that shit never comes from me sending an email. When I send beats through email, I'm not able to talk to you. I'm not able to say, hey, this is what I see for you. This is what I want to do. Work with me. I know the shit may sound bare bones or whatever the fuck. Yeah. But he came over that one day, and we had a decent enough session, I guess. It was a 15-second song. And here's the fucked up part. The fucked up part is he had been making music 3 years previous. I had been making music for 5 years, 6 years previous, and me and him both sounded better alone than we did together. So to any artists out there, to any artists and like producers who maybe think that shit's not gonna work or shit's not gonna vibe, you have to actually work to build a connection. Not everything is just off the bat. That didn't happen for us. It took a lot. It took like 2 years of bullshit music. But you know what? You believe in yourself and you remember who you are, and shit works out.
You see, that's the thing. As corny and cliche as it sounds, if you believe in yourself
it's
and really
facts.
just keep it going. Because me, I've gone to a point where in the city, I've interviewed at least 95% of the people that I wanted to. And it's getting to a point where now after each interview, like after this one, I'm here like, fuck, who's next? And then it just finds its way to me.
There's like two that I'm thinking right now you should do.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is every time I'm like, okay, fuck, I don't know who's gonna be next after this. 4 more comes my way. 6 more comes my way, and literally I just be thinking to myself like, damn, if it's meant to be, more will come my way.
Yeah, that's facts.
7 more,
Abundance.
more.
Wishing abundance.
So it's just literally if you keep it going,
more will
who
come.
knows what's to come.
Yeah.
And this is I told you before on the last one, on the fake part 1. This is a good platform, and it's pretty much the only one in the city now. Like, all the podcasts that try starting end after 2 episodes.
I get pissing because there's a few podcasts out there. Self-Care Sunday. Y'all know DJ January?
No. Yeah, I do. Jalen January. Yeah.
He has a podcast.
Have I met
him? And I'm not even going to lie.
You probably haven't known.
Oh, you haven't met him?
No.
Cool ass dude.
Okay. Yeah.
But
he's cool.
What's it called?
Oh, okay. Oh, fuck him.
Yeah.
No, we have met him.
You met Jalen?
I was there that day.
Not looks.
Oh fuck! I don't know then.
So what's it called? They have a podcast that they drop every Sunday. And I'm not gonna lie. Every Sunday, most Sundays, this before I start doing the job I'm doing right now, I get home early and I watch it. Just see them.
The
see
competition.
bros.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now that like I don't know what happened, maybe family, life, life just be.
Life happens.
You know what I'm saying? But like, I hate when I see someone start up something, and then you go back on the IG page, they haven't posted anything in like 9 months.
Of course, that's the worst thing.
That shit, but it's like
shit dies quick.
Shit happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. There was a podcast award thing that happened maybe two winters ago, and I saw it. And I'm like, I'm looking at the list of the people that's been nominated for. They're all from the city.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know I deserve to be on that list.
Was it like an application shit?
I have no idea.
Next time you gotta do that shit, because I know Edmonton Music Awards has a podcast category. You should do that shit. It's like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like I've had some of my, like, I'm a teacher, I'm a piano teacher, music teacher. That's my full-time job. But one of the students that I was working with, she's tried getting into the Edmonton Music Awards, is working just fine, and it's like, and she's doing country music and shit like that, and she's doing great. Shout out Cat Chris.
Nice.
But yeah, I think there's a lot of room for recognition here. I think we just gotta
lock in on it.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
like
For sure. And that's the thing. It's just city. The one thing I love asking people whenever I go out of here is, you ever heard of Edmonton? You ever heard of Alberta?
yeah,
How close is that to Toronto?
yeah, or Vancouver. It's like we're in the
And I'm
middle.
just like, well, from Toronto on the other fucking side, Vancouver right beside. You know, it's just funny to look at them like, Edmonton? Never, especially Charleston White. This guy was lost when I brought up Edmonton.
It's a small, it's like, what are we, 1.5 million or some shit? It's a small city. I will say, like, the people I met when I've traveled and shit like that, the people I've met have either really known it exists or don't.
Oh, yeah. There's no in the middle. You either know it or you don't.
Like, my homeboy tour when he was touring through Canada, when he came here, he remembered us because it was during that really smoky season. So he thinks it's like that year round.
Oh, let me guess. We had smoke from, like,
It was that,
BC
it was that fires in
Forest
2020.
fires.
Was it 2023? It was 2023.
23, yeah. 23,
I think Peace River had it. Was that Peace
Yeah, it
River?
was Peace River fires.
Yeah.
Where it was fucking up. The city was like yellow for 2 weeks.
Yellow, orange, some bullshit.
Like the Mad Max shit.
That's when Absol came here, and that's when I met all the people I've met down there. And yeah, anytime I bring up the city, they're like, "Fuck, that shit was crazy."
Yeah.
So they got a memorable side of the city.
What a time to have asthma. If you have asthma and that shit, bro. Yo, you gotta call off whatever the hell you do and stay home.
Bro, we had the ventilation in my fucking work is better than the ventilation on my parents and at home. So it was better at work than it was at home.
Sheesh. So when it comes to making music, you know what I'm saying? How do you know what works for him, and how do you know what works for him?
Oh, fair.
Oh, that's a good really question.
I like that.
That's a good question.
I like that. You
so,
go first on this one.
Well, I didn't for like a year and a half. We've made it. Honestly, it's trial and error. As a producer, you have to think, all right, what does he want to hear, and what do I want to hear? What would I think he would sound good on, and does he vibe with it? And if it doesn't match, then you just got to move to the next beat. One thing we do, and what has worked for us, is we don't really pick beats out of the pack or anything like that I've made. Like, he doesn't pick any of the beats that I've made on the side. I usually just make them in-house because it takes me 10, 15 minutes to make a beat. And we'll build up from there. I think what works for us now and what works for him is rapping or singing on something really fucking bare bones and then building up from there and building after. I think that's how you make like the Kanye sounding music versus music that's just tracked on a beat from YouTube. You have to build around the artist and give the artist a moment rather than here's a full fucking beat. See if you can fit on it because the shit's gonna sound full anyway.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like yesterday I had a session with my homie Kaz, and I was making the beat or whatever, and he was like, "Oh, it's pretty simple." I'm like, "Bro, when you have chance to like shine and a chance to dance on it, the beat's gonna sound complicated and really cool." Lo and behold, we get done the beat, and he's like, "Fuck, this is great." I was like, "Yeah, bro, that's what happens when you work with a producer." Rather than just, like scrolling YouTube and things like that. Again, to any of those young artists out there, please find yourself a producer. Even if it's a shitty producer, just find somebody that you can work with and build together rather than going to YouTube and getting that ready-made microwave ass beats. Don't get those fucking beats, bro. I'm telling you, that shit's ass. We all did it. Like I've used YouTube beats for reference tracks and shit like that. I get it.
I've used YouTube beats and I don't do any of this shit.
I'll make your beats for your podcast. The fuck. But yeah, like you don't need that. Make songs. Don't make fucking just don't make microwave ass music. That's what I call it.
Type shit.
Yeah. What about you?
I think for me it's so my role is more complimentary. So I think it's been more so learning how to be more resourceful, like really learning how to take what he's giving me and highlight the best parts of what he's bringing out,
and vice versa.
And vice versa type shit. Like it's like I know for me, it's I know in the beginning for sure, it was definitely kind of like a challenge in trying to figure out where the pocket is and figure out what exactly he's trying to get from me at a certain point.
Ain't shit work.
But I think also there's something to be said about, repetition, just doing, like, working together consistently, and eventually you start to figure out a route between each other as far as how, as far as like his beat, my vocals, how it can pair. And I mean, what I do is I dance on this shit for the most part. Mm-hmm. It's like it's now gotten to a point where the things that we do is it used to be 90% rehearsal, maybe 10% something, 10%
production.
10% production, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like, I'll say it's 50%. I'll say even like 40% or 30% rehearsal. Then the rest is production, editing, and sheer like just expression, like just spontaneous expression. Yeah. So it's a little bit more of more of a recipe at this point than a forced action.
Yeah, it's a recipe now.
Yeah,
we have a system. Mm-hmm. There's ingredients to it.
You see, the thing I like about how y'all are answering this, because back to the YouTube ass beats.
Yeah.
Don't you notice whenever whenever some people go on YouTube for beats, it's like a rod wave type beat. And
we don't do that.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is, it's like, imagine how long that person spent listening to rod wave or working with rod wave to know that this is the beat that he fucks with. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is, like, y'all two been with each other for so long that he doesn't even have to be in the room for you to be like, nah, he would not like this type.
I mix vocals, and I do a lot of stuff alone now. Like sometimes, like he'll be there when we're of course when we're tracking the shit, and I mix as we go. But usually the post production work and like the mixing, heavy mixing on a song we want to drop, I do it because we're at a point now where I don't have to think about the shit, and that's what fucks me up when I work with newer artists that I'm not like always with all the time, and I don't have that chemistry right away. It's really fucking difficult for me to adjust. Because I have to and you have to as a producer, and you can't show it. If you show it, you're going to lose the client.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of dance around stuff in a different way, because I'm not just going straight forward through. I'm going around obstacles and insecurities on both ends.
Yeah.
My insecurities, because I have them, and my client's insecurities, which I don't know, because I know his insecurities and he knows mine.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what being a producer is navigating insecurity and navigating. It's like a puzzle. It's like you're trying to get to the end, but you're working with human beings, and it's art, so it's really difficult, and rappers can be difficult, and producers can be difficult. So
I always hear about that shit.
It's okay. I don't mind that part of things because I'm a people person. I'm pretty extroverted, so I like that part of it. It's fun for me, but yeah, I think as we've gone on and as we've figured out the recipe for doing things, we barely talk when we do sessions now. Yeah. It's just good.
Yeah.
Good.
Just keep it going.
Yeah. Good. Next line. I don't like that. Go back. That's all it is now. And we've had a couple people in the studio watch it. It looks hectic. Apparently, it looks insane. Like TJ was like, we recorded a song called Church, and this event promoter who's also a rapper, shout out Vintage Soul. He was in the studio with us because he was doing a track with me or whatever. And he was watching the session, and it looks insane. I can imagine now because we just yell at each other very quick words. Just no.
That's it.
Why?
You see, that's why I can't wait to do that.
It's going to be fun.
Talking about, because like, it's one thing to hear it, and it's another thing to see it. Yeah. Because I know I'm going to be sitting there like, what the fuck? What is going on here? Just hella confused and puzzled.
You'll see, like, filming the entire process will be fun because we bought a camera and we put it up sometimes to, like, film ourselves doing sessions. Yeah. It's not the same, though, because we wear headphones the entire time, but with you filming and doing, like, actual shit, I'm actually excited. It would be fun.
It'll be one of those things where you're like, man, do we look crazy as fuck doing it? But it works.
It works. You'll love the song when it's done.
When the record's done, it's like.
And where do you say y'all do it at again?
Out of a studio in Edmonton.
Oh, okay, okay. Sheesh, man. You see, I'm loving this type of shit because, like, I can see the genuine connection. I can see how stuff can work. You know what I'm saying? Now, it may be too early to ask, but there always comes a point where you feel as though, okay, I gotta try something new. I gotta try to work with someone else. Obviously, not to completely separate yourselves from each other, but like, have y'all ever tried working with other people just to see what type of result you'd get?
All the time, but it's not like it's not a thing of. It's usually an additional action because at a base we have what we have going on, right? So if anything, it's usually to bring another aspect of what we're trying to create, or if there's a specific idea to be done.
Like other art, I work as an engineer and producer, so I work with other artists, but it's not like I'm trying to create other projects with other people in the same way. I have a couple people that I'm doing tapes for right now that I'm producing, and some good stuff coming soon. But what it really is at the end of the day is it's just another way for me to express myself on my side. And then the other thing is me and him on a production side of things, we work together so well. And with other artists, we like bringing them in for our stuff because it makes the recipe better. It's like adding more spices to your soup. Yeah. So that's kind of how I like to think about it. I don't really consider my production stuff or what I'm doing any part of what I'm doing over here. They're separate.
Two separate things. I don't like bringing it together. Just it would be a lot because then I'd need to have a bunch of people in the room in the sessions all the time. Yeah. And I don't mind having a couple people sometimes, but I don't really like every single. Like if we had people in the session every single time, I'd lose my mind. Now, when it comes to shows, you know what I'm saying? How many shows have y'all had since you two started together?
Ooh, actually a few now.
Yeah, we got a couple on our belt now.
Yeah.
15, 20?
Yeah, damn near.
Since what, like 2022?
Since 2020, 24.
Yeah, like that's all this year.
Oh.
We didn't do shows.
Before that, it was dry. Like,
touch shit.
Yeah, we barely did anything. I did like one event for like a local Zimbabwean
humble beginnings.
Local Zimbabwean organization.
You did the birthday party.
I did a birthday party for I think it was DJ Fambo.
Yeah, it was Fambo.
Yeah, shout out DJ Fambo. Shout out to him.
Bless you, Fambo.
But yeah, other than that, most of the work has been done this year. That's because everything came together right too. Because also we were working on our product and really trying to refine that, right?
We felt comfortable to finally perform the songs. With anything we made previous, I wasn't comfortable with it. He wasn't comfortable with it. The songs just weren't there yet, and we were trying too much shit. It was too complicated. There was no rapping for some reason. Yeah, it was all singing.
Hell yeah.
Singing.
Oh yeah, I'll play you some of them after. It's weirder. It's weirder music. I don't know how to describe the shit. It was pretentious ass music. Now we just rap.
Next thing for sure.
So me, I know when I ask this, some people like to answer, some don't. But how was the bread? Was it on point? Was it all just starting out? So we'll accept this for right now, type of thing.
Both.
Yeah, both. Well, you mean
what we make?
When promoters come up to you, hey, we got a thing going on, we want y'all to open up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
More times than not, there was no bread.
There was a lot of no bread.
And
I'm not I can get into it a little bit on how the split worked at the time, but if I was DJing a show, I would make a certain amount. If he was doing something for another show, he would make a certain amount. Our booking fees are all fucked up right now because we haven't had a solid base on building that out yet, but we met, and I don't know how this is going to work when hopefully that happens. We met a guy at one of the small shows we did, and he seems to believe in the idea and believe in the project, and he offered us a good idea, and he offered us some good stuff. I don't know how much more I can really say about that. But it looks like going into the new year and going into 2025, it looks like shows will be actually a big income for us, a bigger income.
Facts.
It's looking like it'll be that way. We want to open up for more acts. We want to do more events because we like doing the events. Actually, I like doing those.
Yeah, 110%.
It's fun.
Yeah.
I like DJing clubs every once in a while. That's fun for me. I do that every once in a while.
Yeah.
I've DJed 2 or 3 clubs, but on White Ave. But the idea here is if you can build out that live music a little bit more, you can actually bring in a lot more income than you think. So to the young artists again out there, please go do your live shows. I tried getting around that shit for a long time and just doing shit on the internet. You gotta do some live shows. It's fun. You're gonna suck at first, but he's never had that issue.
A lot of people want to start off perfect, and that's exactly how I was when I first started this shit. I wanted to start off perfect, $30,000 setup, this and that.
Yeah.
But what I'm really learning is there's certain grinds you just can't skip. You know what I'm saying? There's certain you gotta have a bad mic, a bad this,
of course,
mixer, But it's like when watching YouTube videos, you're so used to watching these guys just start off good, great, on point. You know what I'm saying? So you feel as though you shouldn't be hitting that. Now, when I first started this, in my mind, if this shit didn't look like Joe Rogan's setup, I'm not doing it.
Have you ever watched Joe Rogan episode 1?
No, I've never
watched Joe Rogan episode 1.
How bad was it?
Bro, it's over webcams.
Wild.
On a laptop mic.
It was shiesty,
How many years ago was that?
14 years ago. He's been doing this shit since like 2010.
Damn.
Yeah.
And bro, when I tell you, I thought about you the other day because I was watching and I was like, I bet you Joe Rogan's podcast was brick. I bet you that shit's terrible. Yeah. And so I looked back and I watched it and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
It's worse than your episode 1. It's worse than everybody's episode 1.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. The people who stick that shit out and the people who actually want to upgrade and do shit like that and want to make it their career,
it shows.
Do.
Yeah.
You have to be willing to put your neck out. I've spent so much fucking money on my studio. I've spent so much time and I've sacrificed a lot of blood, sweat, and tears to make sure we built up enough to where we could make radio sounding records ready for without anybody helping us.
You gotta be willing to fail.
You have to be willing to fail.
You have to be willing to fail.
I'm not an audio engineer by trade. I had to learn that shit.
Yeah.
I had like 1 or 2 lessons with Seriously Taylor, who's Carice's producer.
Yeah, I've had him.
Oh, has Taylor been on here?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Shout out Taylor. He taught me how to, like, in 45 minutes, an hour each. He taught me what I was doing wrong at his crib. And I left a better engineer, and I've only gotten better since then. And I was able to take on my own clients because of that. So I actually gonna give Taylor his flowers there because that was really important for me.
Nah, he knows what he does.
He's a good dude too. I taught him a couple things on piano and things like that. And we haven't worked much since, but I'd like to at some point. That was really instrumental in getting our music under control because where we were at before those 2 lessons and where we came out of after those 2 lessons, big difference.
Night and day.
Night and day. It really, there were a couple experiences like 2023, 2024 that I had that changed our workflow completely. We talked about last time when I went to Up in Arms and I saw St. Laurent record and I was just like, fuck, that's how you got to do it.
Yeah.
And I do wish that part of the podcast was still around because I probably described it much better than I will now. But there were a couple experiences I had last year that just changed how we do things. And we're on the road to better shit now, so we're chilling.
Type shit.
Yeah. You see, with me, when I first started out, it was when I lived in my old apartment on Stony Plain Road.
Oh, God.
Dog, let me fucking tell you. I had... So my pops, y'all know how it goes. That man owns the living room.
Yeah.
When he comes home, you get out.
Yeah.
Dog, so what I did, because I didn't want to be doing an interview, and then this guy just walks in, turn on the TV, and this and that. So I put the setup in my room. My bed is right here.
Yeah.
Like, literally, every time you move your arm, your whole arm will scrape the bed. The bed is that close. The whole setup is right there. So I'd have people come in, and I'd have people literally talk to me. Like, they would be taking the interview more serious than I would, because in my mind I'm like, oh my fucking God, my bed is right there, bro. This shit is so embarrassing.
Yeah.
But like you said, you just gotta grind it out.
You gotta grind through it. Yeah.
Dog, literally, my bed would be right there. Sometimes the bed wouldn't even be made. It'd just be right there. And I'm talking to these people. I'm looking at them like, are you just? I know you're just ignoring that bed. I know in the back of your mind.
You see the shit.
Yeah, I know in the back of your mind. I know you're like, this nigga has me in his bedroom, his literal bedroom where he sleeps. Bro. This nigga just woke up.
I ran a studio setup in my bedroom for years.
Yes.
I get it. He came over, and I've had like 3-4 people, because we had Suvi and Akash in there too.
Oh yeah.
And it got to the point where they would just lay in the fucking bed because there was no room.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, fine. While we recorded, there's a picture of me and him working, like in that studio setup. And shout out Suvi Sharma. She took the picture of it for us. And bro, it looks fucking insane. That bedroom was a mess. There was like, the studio was so big, it looked like I had a spaceship in my room.
Yeah.
And then the bed was right there. Because I have a big bed. That shit is just like, you couldn't walk from the studio. You have to like hop on the bed and then like do a barrel roll to get to the chairs.
Bro, I'm telling you, that's how my shit was. I had to bring in the chair from the kitchen, hold it over the bed, put it on the other side, and then put my chair in, and then watch the people either. Bro, I had this one nigga. I'll never forget. I can't. The audacity some people have. This guy walked on the bed with his crusty ass toes. Walked on the bed, and then kind of like jumped off the bed, got onto the floor, sat on the chair. I stared at him. I'm like, dog.
My bed?
My bed. This nigga's like, how else did you want me to get around? I'm like, dog, the same way everybody fucking else does. You fucking
sit and move.
Bro, I couldn't believe that shit. Literally, I'm the type of person, when I see some type of bullshit or disrespect, like let's say you're talking to me crazy.
Yeah.
I stare at you for like 8 seconds. I let it settle in. I let what you just did, I let it settle. So let's say you say something crazy, I literally stare at you. You talk to everybody like that. I let it settle.
That's a good one.
You know? But it's just one of the... Dog, I couldn't believe it. This guy literally walked out. I've never had that shit before. And, what's it called? Before we started the interview, I asked him, I was like, so you just walk on everybody's fucking bed? Nah, there was no way around it. I'm like, dog,
sit on it and do the barrel roll.
Do that shit. Bro, don't stand on my... You could sit, do whatever... But standing on it is wild.
Because now you're like in the air.
Nah, bro, like what the fuck? Imagine I come to your house, I'm in the living room, I just decide to walk across your fucking sofa or bro, I couldn't believe that shit.
Like, where's your home training? You know what I'm saying?
Like I get it. It's in a crowded spot, but dog.
Yeah.
Respect the space.
For sure.
Respect the space.
Struggle to go around on purpose, and then let me tell you, go ahead, walk over.
I know you did that interview for free too. So it's just like, bro, I know you did that shit for free.
That's at a point where it's like, it wouldn't make sense for me to, you know? And if I was to charge him, I'll charge him for walking on that.
That's what I'm saying. Like, bro, I know you did that shit for free, and some dude just came in and slept on your bed for free.
I'm telling you, some of the shit these people do is fucking wild. It's
bro.
Wild.
Story playing is
I had
crazy.
people walk all over the bed. I had people make them, bro. Yo, I'm telling you, some of the shit these people do is wild. You'd be like, God, who do you live with to be acting like this? Like,
God.
You know, but. Not everybody's gonna be the same, and that's the thing I love and hate about this shit.
Yeah, bro.
Charleston White, when I did the interview with him, these guys are used to like these expensive ass production companies where they have pizza waiting for you, 5-star meals, this and that. Dog, these guys came to the crib. They're like, you ain't even got food for us. My nigga opens up the fridge and he just opens it up. I'm like, dog, what the fuck? No, we got shit for you.
We're not there yet. We're not there
that's Hollywood,
yet.
Bro. One day
we'll have pizza.
But it had me thinking like, maybe I should start getting pizza or this and that. But it's like, dog, for you to just come in and open up the fridge and they go, what?
And like, you already did your due diligence. Like, you flew down there, did the whole shit.
But I'm doing another one with him.
When?
I'm so hyped for it, February.
You did the promo on it recently.
Yeah.
I haven't been clocked on Instagram then.
It's all good. But what's it called? Back to y'all. I mean, bro, whenever I think about this guy in my curve, I get off
Bro,
track.
this is Convos with Marlo. There has to be some shit from your side too.
Bro, But so y'all had a show. So back to the shows.
Yeah.
At Union. It was at Union.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I really enjoyed. For the whole time, I thought it'd be both of y'all going up.
Oh, it is next time.
The next one.
Next time it's both of us.
Yeah.
But I like the energy you brought up. What really threw me off, you're doing your thing and you take off the sweater and you had the Maverick jerseys on. The jersey on. I'm like, well, what's going on? Because when you're taking off your shit, I was like, yo, what is going on? I didn't, I didn't come for this shit.
Hell yeah.
But then I see it was the
jersey. You thought it was a strip.
It was Canada. It's from Canada to TX.
Hell yeah.
But I fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? How was the whole Union?
We had fun.
For y'all?
We had fun.
Bro, it was a great time, bro. Like it was so that was the biggest stage that we've done like up to that date. That was the biggest stage we've done in Edmonton. Nice. And it was cool to have like the big gathering of people and really having people like rock with the sound and really vibe with it.
Yeah.
It was also like I like when we do performances, we like to make them landmarks. Mm-hmm. So kind of like to put them in a space and time. Like you think back to any artist, like you think of Mike, for example, when Mike was doing his Off the Wall album, like around that time. That was the same time, if I'm not mistaken, where like the Moonwalk or whatever you was wearing the glove.
That's Thriller.
That's Thriller?
Yeah. He did Thriller for Billie Jean. He did Moonwalk for Billie Jean.
Billie Jean, whatever. Yeah. Sorry, Off the Wall, Thriller, right? And then, but the performances that he did in between those times, those are marks. You know what the Thriller outfit looked like, even though Thriller was a music video. You know what that outfit looked like because he performed in that, and then you also know what you can put certain moments in time to certain eras of the artist, if you want to put it that way. Yeah, so I guess for I wanted to start off at a base for that performance and really kind of give a more personal approach. Dallas to TX. I mean. Sorry, Canada to TX.
Because he's from Texas,
right? Because I was born in Texas, right? But it's like now from here on out, it's really just like, okay, now this is who we are. You know what I'm saying? So I really look forward to having you on stage.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
So is this the first time you two been on the stage?
No.
Like,
not at all, actually.
Both with mics.
I'll have yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Facts.
I'll have a mic this time.
Yeah.
I'm not rapping. I'm DJing.
Yeah.
But it'll. Yeah.
Also, as he's doing his thing, you're gonna be in the back.
Yeah. I'm controlling doing effects and controlling the songs and all that kind of stuff. So it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, no.
It'll be fun.
It's gonna be a vibe.
Now, what are the expectations for? Congrats on the way for the YB and the Muir thing.
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
What are the expectations? Because y'all tell me yours, I'm gonna fucking tell you mine.
Honestly,
fair.
I just want to do well enough, and I think we're gonna do great. I want to do good enough to do the next opener, and then to do the next opener, because I think we could be a real act in Edmonton that people could go to want to see. Because what happens with a lot of openers, either people don't know you, and people don't know us yet in a lot of ways, but I want to at least create a reputation on having the performance in their head, and that's why we're focusing so heavily on like an old school kind of DJ rapper kind of mentality, because that doesn't really exist in hip hop today. Nowhere. America, Europe, everywhere. Like the DJ rapper doesn't exist these days. Not in the same way. And I think that if you kind of put yourself out there, it makes you different. And also there's 40, 50 years of tradition behind that. So there's a blueprint already on how to rock a crowd together, and there's already a blueprint on how to be great. And you just have to be able to listen and follow. You just have to be able to listen and follow. Because if you follow that and put your own spin on it, suddenly people have that familiarity and they have this new shit too. Because our music is completely different than it was before when me and him started. We were making like apocalyptic R&B. And now we make samples and drums and rapping, which is what we should have always been doing.
Oh God.
Because we're good at it. But no, I'm excited to see where this goes and where this opener goes. We want to make sure we sell the most tickets. We want to make sure that we're showing out the most, because I think we got the best music.
Yeah. No, I like it. I like it. What do you think?
What I think? Yeah, pretty much on the same lines. My expectation is that we, time and time again, bring forth the best performance. We engage with the best performance possible. Engage with the crowd in the best way possible. Make sure that, at the end of the day, people remember us enough in order to want to see us again. I think that's the biggest thing. But it's a really simple formula, because it's like it's not something that hasn't been done before.
It's DJ and rapper.
It's just a matter of, okay, we lock into that, because it's actually very weird that it doesn't exist in this time. It's weird.
Like, do you listen to a lot of music?
I listen to to music. Yeah.
How many artists do you know that their producer and DJ because it's in the name and you see them?
Oh yeah, not.
But you know who DJ Fresh Prince and Jazzy Jeff, you know that.
Of course, yeah.
And you know and if you listen to it, like Mobb Deep, that's Havoc and Prodigy.
Yeah.
And you know that, you know what I'm saying? Like, those older acts kind of already had some shit to them, because they had this really, really close connection. Their DJ was also their producer.
Exactly.
And that's not really what's happening today. It's starting to happen a little bit more with some people. Like, I always, Python P, my homie. He's from TDE. He did one track on Absol's previous album to this one, and he did 9 on this one. So on the new one that came out, and I'm starting to see this shift to where hey, maybe your DJ does know what to do with you production wise, and I'm seeing a shift towards that, which is great, because it just leaves room for more I think it just leaves room for better chemistry between artists and producers, so you don't end up with microwave music.
Yeah. Okay. Now what I feel, dog, Namir has not been having the best name online lately.
Mm-hmm.
You know, scamming this, scamming that. And what's it called? If all goes well, I'm supposed to be having him on. I even got a DM from like Namir himself.
Okay.
Because so I'm talking to his manager.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm telling his manager, I'm like, he said, yo, e-transfer. First of all, I didn't even know, like, how do y'all know about e-transfer? E-transfer is a Canadian thing.
Yeah, that's not they got Cash App and Zelle.
What's it called? I told him, I was like, my thing is, sending the money is no issue. I need to talk to you on FaceTime or on the phone so I can get a vibe. So at least, like, I don't know, sometimes you can kind of tell when someone's being slimy or not.
Yeah.
So I need to call, I need to talk to you on the phone. Bro, me and this guy going back and forth about talking on the phone. He's like, fam, just send the money. I'm like,
okay,
nigga, what? Nah, bro, we're not doing shit like that. I need to see you first. Oh, and then we got into a little thing. My guy goes, yo, 500 is nothing. We're going on a Canadian tour. This little 500 is whatever to us. I'm like, dog, say less.
Say less.
What the fuck? I'm not gonna beg you. You know what I'm saying? Come on, cause I'm not doing that shit. About a day or two later, I check once a day. I check my requests because like I don't know how things end up in requests. It just goes straight there.
Yeah.
I don't see things for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So I check it at least once a day. And I see someone with a blue check mark but no profile picture. I open it. It says YB in the mirror. I'm like, oh, is this real? I check the page. The guy has like, I think 2 million followers or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But we're talking. I'm like, no fucking way.
Yeah, that'd be him.
So I told him the same thing. I'm like, yo, I could send you the money fucking yesterday. All I need to get on a phone call with you.
Yeah.
That was 3 weeks ago. He said, yo, send your number. I'll call you in 5. I'm like, say less. I sent this man my phone number the first few days of December. I still have yet to hear from him. So in the back of my mind, I'm like, thank God I didn't send these people anything, bro, because this shit is just
you gotta be careful.
fishy.
So yeah, for us personally, we're not working with Namir's people. Personally, we're working with Night Shift.
Y'all are in 2 different.
Yeah, we're not. I don't think we're gonna meet him or anything like that.
Oh no way!
I don't think
You're
so.
not gonna run into him.
I don't know.
What?
It's definitely a possibility, but
like, I'm sure. Like. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, for us, it's about the show part of things. Like, I'm happy that we got to open for anybody at all.
Yeah.
So that's the way we're moving, as if, yo, we're here to do our job, and then we're gonna do our job, and we're gonna watch the show, support the rest of the artists because everybody deserves the support, and then we'll chop it up with who we want to chop it up with after. That's kind of how we want to go through this, and that's how we move in general, because I don't know everybody's life. I don't know what everybody's up to.
Yeah.
And I don't care to in a lot of ways. Like I'm here to do my job, and I'm here to be a great performer, and I'm here to show the world that, yo, you should probably check us out. We're not bad.
Yeah, facts.
I know we're from Edmonton, and I know that like it's really difficult for people from Edmonton to listen to Edmonton artists because there's just that kind of stigma.
Yeah.
But yo, pop out for a second, because we're really not like that. Like, fucking, I watched your 7 Side Smoke interview. He said the same shit. He's like, the music's ass here. I was like, you're not wrong, Smoke. You're not wrong.
Nah, especially with like, I've spoken to a lot of Edmonton, bro, a lot of Edmonton artists.
Yeah.
And it's usually the same thing. Like, I hear either the city don't support each other, or the city just straight up, I don't listen to my city. Yeah. It just kind of sucks because there's so many of us here that, like, if we decide to repost each other every single day or this and that, like, who knows what's to come. But we have this thing where we'll post up Drake or Dirk, knowing good and damn well they'll never see the post before we post up the guy that goes to the same school as us.
I can name 10 artists right now from Edmonton who are like who have all the potential in the world to do well. We just need to work together. And there's like people who I really think could make Edmonton a Canadian hip hop city.
Great. Yep.
It exists. Like,
but like even on top of that, making Edmonton a Canadian hip hop city. That's an additional step to what's already been happening. We've had artists make it out. Like we've had artists. Yeah, we've had Arden.
Av Noir.
Yeah.
Forever Friday.
Yeah, facts.
Smoke Perp.
No.
80 Perp.
80 Perp too.
80
Yeah.
Perp.
All 4 of those dudes.
Bro, I said Smoke Perp.
It's okay. It's all good, bro.
Some shit about Smoke Perp the other day broke my heart.
But there's motherfuckers that have already that have done it. They've gotten out there for themselves, off a rip, right? It's like, okay, so what is it? What does it take to get Edmonton to a point where, like, this is a city that's now curating new talent for the world to see? Bro. And it's like, all it takes is for us to fuck with us.
Like, let me tell you, when I like, there's certain people that I have on the podcast. Where in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, okay, the whole city's gonna repost this.
No.
And I get more people from over there. Yep. I got more people from Toronto, Vancouver, even Texas reposting this, and I'm like, dog, where's the city at?
Listen, I'll start. I'll give you 10 that everybody should check out because they're good. Swerve. Retro. JC32. Fucking Gershi Da Vinci.
Oh.
He's good. Fucking, did I say Saint?
No.
Saint Laurent.
You didn't say Saint, no?
Us.
Yeah.
MurdockAltas. Carice G. He's pretty good too. If you have any, add them on.
Shit.
Ginto.
So Ginto.
Retro.
Retro's already on there.
Oh, Retro's on there?
Yeah.
I'll go Lil Honcho. And then...
Okay. Let's see.
Number 10 be.
Well, number 10? Olu.
I like Olu.
Yeah.
So like half a CVR.
More of the story is there's so many guys that like actually good at what they do. Yeah. But again, it's like it sucks because you put 5K, 6K behind one like music video, whatever it may be, just to get like people from your camp to repost it and nobody else in the city. Which is like it's expected at this point, but like just to have that extra boost would it could change a lot. People don't understand how much reposting shit can change.
Yes.
But we gotta go the promotion route. We gotta put money on IG to, get IG does more help than our own city does,
bro. We've learned to just go outside and talk to people who aren't necessarily deep into it, who are just willing to listen. Also, I mentioned them earlier, 7 Side Smoke as well. There's 11. Yeah. But, I think we just kind of have to move as a unit more. We're not going to. I know none of us are going to. Yeah. We've been doing this shit here 3 years. We've tried. We've gone to every event. I've done sessions with every fucking person in this city. Yeah.
The thing is, it's cool. It's people... You're only supported when it's cool too, when you're the next thing. You know what I'm saying? When Friday got that feature with Lil Baby, oh my God, bro. I couldn't turn on my phone without seeing that song or seeing Holy fuck. And I mean, obviously, I know it sounds crazy. I mean this in the best way. Like he got what he deserved in a good way. Like everybody was reposting it. But in my mind, it's like, I did not know who this guy was until that. You know what I'm saying? So where was all the
You weren't even aware
before?
He existed.
Exactly.
I had no idea who Forever Friday was until that day. That day, literally every time I turned my fucking head, it was a repost.
But isn't that fucked up?
Those are all his homies.
Yeah.
Bro. And that shit was just wild to me. And now it just makes me think like, bro, so I gotta get a feature or I gotta get a Lil Baby on to get the whole world to repost it.
Like you couldn't be with us before.
But
it's impossible.
Some things you can't fix. You just gotta keep on going.
Yeah, you gotta keep
doing your thing.
Man, I don't pay it. As a producer, it's easier to say because I don't have to pay attention to it.
Yeah.
But as an artist, I can understand. As being part of a group that's seen as like one person a lot at the time, it can get a little sticky because like nobody wants to hear from you, and I'm like, why not? Because as a producer, I'm used to getting attention because if you're good enough as a producer, people are gonna fuck with you. Yeah. It's different as an artist. I don't like it as much.
As an artist, there's like an air of popularity.
I don't like it.
Like there's always that aspect of like, your public perception. Like how do other people feel about you? I feel like it's easy for an individual to be like, man, I fuck with your music. But like,
beats.
And I fuck with your beats. Yeah, that's another.
That was the one we heard all the time.
I fuck with your beats, but it's like, then it's like, okay, but is anybody else looking at this guy? And then if the answer is no, they'll shrivel up and they'll go quiet. But it's like
20 monthly listeners, we can't listen to that.
Exactly. But then once you get something that gets you big attention, like once you're on with like a big artist like a Lil Baby, right? It's like an undeniable. Oh, this guy must be good.
And then you hear I've always fucked with this guy. I've always this. I've heard
entire life.
Yeah.
Shut up. Shut the fuck up.
Shut up.
But what can you do? That's just how it goes, and that's forever how it will go.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
The last few things I gotta ask you is the thing I like about. I'm pretty sure I said this last time, but y'all are always on the go every time. Like damn near every time. Like y'all have shows or what's it called? Y'all had that show at Union. Killed it, by the way.
Thank you.
And from the way it's sounding, y'all are always locked in together, always doing shit.
Yeah.
Always locked in.
2025. That's gonna be a hot year for everybody.
Bro.
Yeah, it's gonna
What's
be a good
going
year.
on for the group, for y'all too? What's
For the
word?
group.
Oh, brother.
That's a good one.
It's okay.
We're cooking a project right now.
Yeah, that's
I'm really excited for the day in or the
Yeah.
day of, day in,
Day in the
how do you
life.
say? Day in the life. I'm excited for that because like it's a new vlog thing I'm starting. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Vlog/interview. You know what I'm saying? But enough of me. Go ahead.
Yeah, it'll be awesome.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be a good ass year. Honestly, as far as you can expect more shows. You can expect more music. You can expect some videos.
Expect some. We want to do that this year. We've definitely held off for a long time because we could never figure out how to execute the music we were making.
Correctly, yeah.
I know how to do it this time. We know how we want to do it this time. We're gonna go in, work with whatever videographers that we think will fit the vision and the time. We're gonna try and create a team around that and get different videographers to collaborate because that's something you don't see often is the videographers collaborating. I think that should happen more. Everybody tells me not to do that. I still think to do it. Videos would be cool. I think we should do that next year.
Oh, definitely, because a lot of people, they listen with their eyes, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
you know?
Facts. Yeah.
So, like, if you have a nice music video or a nice just camera following you around and shit, you capture new eyes, you know? And both of y'all have good personalities that I know can get people's attention.
100%.
So you got to take advantage of that.
Yeah.
Take advantage of fucking videoing much as you possibly can.
We want to do
if it doesn't fall into your world, make it fall into your world.
Yeah.
We want to do more of these kind of podcast kind of things. We're gonna lock in with you a whole lot more. I think that's the move. Because biggest podcast in Edmonton, folks. You heard it here first.
I appreciate that, bro. It's nice to see someone like appreciate how you're doing things. Cause dog, I'm fucking flying here, there.
I understand the hustle.
Yeah, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you're grinding.
So like literally, just to get one person to say nicest podcast in the city, it's greatly appreciated.
Nicest podcast in the city.
Appreciate it a lot.
Yeah, we gotta lock in.
2025, dog. Like y'all are gonna have so much coming towards y'all. Like you said, you had 14 shows.
This year,
and that's a low estimate.
That's a low estimate.
We haven't even counted. There's definitely more.
In the summer, we were doing like 2 a week.
Yeah, no,
anything.
It was dumb. It was crazy.
It was great.
And that's great. That's good. Now, like, imagine what's to come for 2025 now that your name's getting out there.
Bro.
Yeah. I think the stage is going to get bigger.
Sure.
There's going to be more people who are singing the song.
Yeah.
Like, we have 2 songs that are out right now. We're going to drop some more in the next month or 2 before the year's up. We'll drop some shit.
Before the year ends, you got like 5 days.
Yeah, we'll
4
do
days.
It. Fuck it.
We'll do it. Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why not, man?
Bro, when there's barely anybody, it's really easy to drop and then build up your portfolio so when people go and they find you, there's shit to listen to.
Yeah.
So we're pretty... we're excited for 2025. I think it's going to be a good year.
Same thing, but bigger. That's what I'm
Every
expecting.
year.
Every year, same thing, but bigger. That's it.
Not to, what's it called? Now, let's say there's people that are just starting out. You know what I'm saying? Some starting off as a producer, a rapper, whatever it may be. Be the advice.
You go first, actually.
Like someone starting off as a producer, rapper?
Someone who's just starting out in the position that you're in right now. What's your advice to them?
Stop making love to the notepad.
Yeah.
Honestly,
what does that mean?
Like, get that shit off the notepad.
Yeah.
Put it on recording. Find a place to record, even if it's fucking...
Rent a studio.
Like rent a studio. Even, like, get a space and just get that shit off your chest. Listen to it. If you don't fuck with it, or if you feel like you can make it better next time, try again. And just try again. And then you'll find out one or two things. You'll find out that I want to keep doing this, or you'll find out that maybe this is not for me.
Not it. Yeah.
But make sure you find that out, because if you don't, then you got this weird question mark over your head for the rest of your life, and then you feel like a bozo.
Yeah.
It's like, why you want to live with regret?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So stop making love to notepad.
Just go. There's like, for me, I'm a teacher, right? So it's like I think about this in 2 ways. I think about it practically, and there's philosophical. If I'm going to give one piece of advice practically to somebody, and I mean this from the heart, and it's going to suck to hear, if you want to do this for a career, which is what I've worked for and I'm continuing to work for, it doesn't just happen overnight, but don't waste your fucking money. Budget at least 3, 4 racks, 5 racks, and put yourself in a position where you sound as good as who you want to sound like. Don't go to these YouTube videos that are like, best budget mic for this kind of thing, and they recommend you some bullshit that's $100. Get a good laptop. Get a good DAW. Get a good mic. Don't spend $9,000 billion on interfaces like I did, and buy a good Apollo. I'm airing this shit out right now because I don't know how many chances people are going to ask me that.
Yeah.
Buy all the good shit first. You'll save money in the long run. And if you care to do this, rap your ass off and make beats every fucking day. I don't care what happens, and I don't care what's going on. You got to make sure that you're staying 10 toes down for yourself.
Yeah.
You have to make sure, because no one else is going to keep you accountable. Even like, we're a duo. He doesn't keep me accountable, and I don't really keep him accountable. We don't have to do that. We just go because we keep ourselves accountable. Now, the philosophical side of things, there's a producer named Jay Dilla, and he just had 2 words, and it's just do you. Fucking don't try and be Lil Durk. I have a horrible story of a 10-year-old rapping to me like he was Lil Durk. I have like...
You happen to be my cousin.
yeah, that's why he's looking at you.
Be who you are. If you're from the suburbs, you know what you have to talk about. I'm from the suburbs.
Exactly.
And I've never had anybody be like, yo, you're fake or anything and you're doing too much. It's because I am who I am.
Yeah.
I don't change how I talk for anybody.
You're not faking it, nothing.
No.
See, I'm not, but I'm also not a hood nigga, so I don't act like one.
No, it's not who we are.
It's a balance of who you are. You figure that out, and then that starts to make sense.
Yeah.
I know who I am, and if I change for anybody in the room, they're gonna be like,
what's this guy doing?
Yeah, that's not what he looks like. You know what I mean? I've been in studios with pretty big artists, and I haven't changed how I'm talking to you right now, and things like that. And they go,
see that says a lot about your character. Like you stay 10 toes, y'all stay 10 toes, and that's 100%.
Good. Yeah,
dog. With me, I'm just more travels. I got so much shit booked right now. I can't wait for y'all to see it. I don't want to say bigger names because that's like devaluing everybody else, but I got names I like.
Names.
I think that's you're allowed to say
bigger names.
No,
we're small.
No, it's just me. I've never been, especially because when you're doing this type of shit, like you hear people's struggle stories to get to where they at.
Yeah,
so for me to say bigger names is like shooting down whatever the hell you did, But for me, I'm having like names that like when you hear it's gonna raise eyebrows. Like, that guy, how it's just I'm so excited for it.
Yeah,
just can't wait to see. I've always been excited to see what the year is gonna look like.
We chose this podcast for a reason because like we did this we planned to see you before you did the Charleston interview and before all that because we just watched it and we're like, fuck, this is the only one podcast that has quality.
Hey.
Facts.
And it doesn't sound like bullshit.
Yes, sir.
And the set looks proper and like it was all proper. So I was like, he had the plan a long time before I did. We just didn't talk about it. And I texted him like, we should do this Marlo podcast.
Yeah.
And that's when we had that meeting. And you were like, oh, you're the only person who's asked me to have a meeting. And I was like, what?
No, because like to actually meet up and talk, it felt old school. I love that shit.
Yeah.
Most people it's through FaceTime, like, and I get it. It's what the day is.
Yeah.
It's what we're into now. We FaceTime, phone call, and we go from there. But to actually meet up at a place, talk,
meet at a coffee place,
have a fucking table. The vibes hit different.
Yeah, you gotta conduct business like a grown man.
Yeah, we're grown men.
At the end of the day, we're not children, right? So it's important.
So, the day in the life of I've been bringing this up because it's this new thing I'm trying to get into. Vlogging / interviewing. It's gonna be nice because y'all seen Drake Over My Dead Body.
Yeah, like the 100 gig shit.
That shit. When he was recording it's gonna be shit like that.
That's what we want
to watch back like
BTS.
So he made that like what 15 years ago.
Yeah,
14?
He recorded every session he did from Take Care until Her Loss. I don't know if he recorded the certified or the fucking For All the Dogs.
But
For All the Dogs.
People love that type of shit.
I love that kind of shit. I wish there were more of it.
I just want to have everybody's story,
bro.
And have dog. I've been. Cliff is the only one that knows about it, but I'm gonna start making a short films. Get into making short films.
Okay.
Obviously it's gonna look hella corny. It's gonna be cheaply budgeted. You could tell shit, but like,
you should do a documentary on us,
bro. You know what I'm saying? Just shit like that. I'm just so into doing.
We have like not everything that we covered in the episode 1. It got onto this podcast, but we can really tell those things if we do like a short.
I'm excited for it.
Let's do it, man. I'm down for that. We're gonna keep each other accountable for that because we want to make sure those things get done.
Yes, sir.
Because those are great things in this projects that just benefit us both. I'd love to have that. I grew up watching like I grew up watching all those YouTube videos of dudes making beats and shit like that. Like I remember there's this one video of Kanye making a beat in like 2004.
Yeah.
And I watched that shit. I watched that shit religiously. To this day, when I'm like really down and I'm in beat block and I can't make a beat, I watch that shit. And to this day, it's a really important thing for me.
Fuck yeah.
Now, that's basically all I got to ask y'all. Let the people know where they can find y'all.
110%. So we are MurdockAltas. You can find us on all streaming platforms as well as on all social medias as Murdock. So Altas. That is MurdockAltas. And you can put an @ in front of that.
Of course. The way we do it, we put an @ every like 15, 20 minutes anyways.
Cool. So that's pretty much where you can find us.
Mass Appeal out now.
Mass Appeal's out now.
Yes,
we got a couple more coming.
Yeah, we got a couple more coming. I don't know which one's next.
We'll just pick one.
Oh, there's like 40. We're good.
We just pick one. There's a couple snippets that have been bouncing.
Yeah, there's a couple that have been getting some love, you know.
Yeah, so hey.
Yeah, we'll play you some stuff after.
I appreciate y'all coming on.
Yeah.
It's your boy Convo and Marlo.
Talking to Altas.
And Murdock.
And I'm out.